was created in 1941 by a Texas artist named Otis Dozier, who actually grew up in Texas. He was born in Forney, raised in Mesquite on a cotton farm, knew he always wanted to be an artist, always sketched outdoors. So during the Great Depression, when it was such a terrible economic crisis, under Franklin Delano Roosevelt's New Deal program, there was first called the Public Works of Art Project, and that then was succeeded by the Treasury Department section of painting. And it was a means of commissioning artists to employ artists to work during such harsh times. And so what this division would do is create competitions for artists to submit sketches for murals to decorate government public buildings, primarily post offices. And the idea behind it was to create a mural that celebrated the local industry, the local culture. And he looked at the fact that under the New Deal program, there had been funding for orchard planting and so pecan planting. So it's kind of this optimistic outlook of better times are ahead. This family is succeeding and so will you. So it was an uplifting message to all those who entered the post office. The post office that Dozier created it for had become a bank, a branch of the Worthington Bank, and the bank is potentially, the owner of it is thinking of selling it. So there was that potential loss of the artwork. And it was something that we knew we wanted to maintain and keep the artwork in the community.
There were some tack holes in the mural at the top from where a frame had been attached, and along the bottom it had started to detach, but basically it was in excellent condition. Very distinctive brown nicotine layer on the surface, in addition to a grime layer because it was next to a window. The window was on the left side of it. And over the years, of course, they'd open the windows before air conditioning and have fresh air come in, so all the pollutants from the road came in. The mural is attached to a wall with white lead adhesive, and that made it a little more problematic because white lead is toxic, so we had to take more precautions in removing it. We had to wall off the area where we were working, and we had to wear suits and gloves and some protection when we were removing it from the wall. We were able to slip in a handmade spatula. At one point we had to go to Home Depot and find some long rulers that we ended up fashioning, and something that was flexible and thin that we could put underneath between the mural and the wall.
There are conservators, Claire Berry and Peter Van de Mortel, were instrumental in restoring the work. So it actually arrived to them, the best way to travel it was to wrap it on what's called a sonotube. And so it came with a protective tissue on it.
So the painting was rolled to the Kimball Art Museum, and they unrolled it face down on a padded surface or cleared surface and proceeded to remove the residual adhesive that remained on and then it was strip lined at that point. So an edge was attached to the back side of the painting, and any tears or holes or distortions were flattened and mended. The whole process probably took at least a month, 7 weeks or so.
There are, of all the murals still existing, there's 106 murals in Texas that were created under this government program. The rarity of being able to have one in the museum is unique.
It's mostly fun. It is really fun. It's to take something that you know is a treasure and bring it out to close to what it was originally. It's just real joy.